Beside my late father and grandfathers, there were two men in my life I looked up to a lot. One was astronaut John Glenn, of whom I had a signed picture from him in my observatory. And the other was Dr. Billy Graham, who, as you know, passed away this week. I've been intrigued to watch with the press as they've handled his death, and some folks I know who I've worked with who've also spoken on network television about him. Quite a life. 99 years of age. Team that was together for over 50 years before the Lord took Cliff Barrows and also Bev Shathers home to the Lord. And I just want to, as we have our service today, remember those who've gone before. I think that ministry of Dr. Graham was unique in history. I'm not sure that the size of crusades that were held could happen today again. Our society has changed much, but for those who may have followed his ministry, I'm glad he finished well. Not all servants of Christ have done so. And I read an article this week where they said, what do you think Ruth was saying when Billy got to heaven? And the article said, she's probably saying, it's about time you got here. But thinking of older individuals such as he, I also think in our complexion of our family, of our younger people. And my sermon's set aside. It's all ready to go, but I had given a challenge some time ago to Joey once again to put together a video for us with our young people and others that tie into the theme of spiritual disciplines, but this particular area of relationships. And it was in February, Valentine's Day. Remember, they have chocolate for the wives and girlfriends, and chocolate's a good thing. But they put together a presentation for us that will take most of our time. And so I'm going to suspend what I had prepared to do. So I'm actually a week ahead for next week. And let you sit back and enjoy their work, which I've not yet seen either. So the young people and Joey know what's ahead, or you've not seen what he's done yet either. So only Joey knows. You are in control. I think of the old TV program when I was a kid, The Outer Limits. You know, we control your television set, the vertical, the horizontal. So Joey, is there a title for your presentation, or we'll see it on the screen?
True Valentine.
True Valentine. All right. This will segue into a series of messages on relationships, both in dating and in marriage, which will go for a while. I'm not going to rush it. I was impressed this week in the research I was doing of how many parts of Scripture address relationships. And so rather than rush that through, I'll take in pieces, parts, the next number of weeks until we finish it, things that tie into our relationships. Because I'll tell you, as a pastor and chaplain, we're not doing well as a society in that area at all. And Hollywood isn't helping us at all. So we'll look to see in the next number of weeks what God has to say that will strengthen your relationships, or if you're looking to establish one, how to do that, looking to correct one, the same. I also have a section on those who are single and may stay that way. There's a lot to be said in Scripture about the unmarried too. I was a bachelor for 36 years. Had I not met Mrs. Rev, I'd still be a bachelor. But we'll look at all of those things that tie into our relationship to one another and the Lord. But Joey, with no further ado, let's watch what you've prepared along with the kids and others for us.
So, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I would assume you all have someone to go back to, whether a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever you have. And I assume you love them very much.
Hey Maria, come listen to the song I wrote.
a nice song, though.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, Max, what can I help with?
You could pour water.
Would you like some water? Yes.
Hello. How are you today?
Excuse me? Is everything free?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
Oh, thank you.
What are you doing?
Wait,
Hey.
what are you doing? Wait, no.
What are you
You want some
doing?
water?
What are you doing?
What?
Oh, hello. Welcome to Arts and Hearts. Is there something I can help you with today?
I'm just trying to look. I want to impress this girl I know.
Oh, well, we've got some perfect stuff. So, here we have a selection of nice roses. They're fresh from our greenhouse. And, we have a nice selection of teddy bears. Here is an especially exclusive large one. And we have here a small one. This is sure to win any girl. And we also have this one. We have a selection of chocolates that anyone would love. And also cards. We have lots of cards. See, here is our most popular item.
I'll take it all. I'll take it all.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Here you are, man.
Thank you. Would you like some help gathering this stuff? No? Okay.
I just hope I don't drop it on the pavement. Have a good day.
Yes, you too, sir. Oh, welcome to us. I'm sorry, sir. We're getting ready to close for the day.
You are?
Yes, we're out of stock for right now.
Did that guy just take everything?
Yes, he did.
He did?
actually.
Wonderful. All right, bye. Thank you.
You have a Valentine?
No.
Well, it's Valentine's Day. Didn't you have? I don't have anyone to date. Do you?
Why would I want someone to date?
It's Valentine's Day. Here.
Oh, thank you, Ace. But I don't need this.
Here's a better one.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get you to be my date on Valentine's Day.
With teddy bears?
Is that one's not good enough for you?
Ace, it's a teddy bear.
I'm a bear. My Valentine now?
Ace, it's teddy bears. You can't win me with a teddy bear.
Am I not pretty enough for you?
You're too pink.
Oh.
Ace, it's a giant pink teddy bear thing with a rainbow belly. You cannot win me with a giant this. It's a teddy bear. I'm sorry, it was a nice thought.
I'll see you around.
Oh, hi, Chad. Are you doing anything for Valentine's Day?
I have to help my sick grandmother. No. Can I leave?
Here you go, Grandma. Come in.
Oh, hello, Chadley.
Hello.
It's so nice of you to come and help your grandmother on Valentine's Day.
Such a dear boy, Chadley.
It's so nice of you to help out Mrs. Chandelier.
I'm sorry I couldn't be somewhere with you today.
That's
Like
okay,
we planned.
Chadley. It's more important for you to help her. but it was sweet of you to think of me.
Hey, Abby. I heard you're a girl that likes chocolates.
You could say that.
Look what I've got for you.
Oh, thank you. You have more?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
And you haven't seen nothing yet. Well, look at this.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Yeah, so what are you up to for Valentine's Day?
Are you trying to buy a date with me with chocolate?
Oh, no. I just thought you were a girl that likes chocolate!
Service today. Good job. Okay.
Where am I?
Fine?
Is there any winter like this?
Many winters. No, you can come in.
I guess. This is fine.
You need help? You can help him. I'll get the Come on.
Hey, Ace, are you alright?
I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day. Everyone I go to just rejects me.
Well, what are you doing wrong? Maybe I can help.
I tried everything. I tried teddy bears, I tried flowers, chocolate. Nothing works.
Well, I don't have a date for Valentine's Day, and I'm still fine.
You don't? I can more.
Ace,
Is that not good enough? Just wait.
these are nice, but I really don't want any of them.
You haven't seen everything. All the other girls I went to said I couldn't woo them with teddy bears and roses, so I brought you everything.
Ace, these are really nice things. Things a girl really does want on Valentine's Day. But not if you went through 3 other girls before her. Have you even tried to win my heart?
Yeah, I brought you everything.
When you didn't bring me all this stuff, wasn't trying to win my heart, but trying to win. I don't want all this stuff from a guy who doesn't even win my heart. Do you even know what Valentine's Day is about?
Cupid or something like that.
No. It's about a man named Saint Valentine. There was an emperor who wanted all the men to be single because it worked better for war. But Saint Valentine married them in secret with their lovers. He ended up getting killed for this. But the men and their lovers benefited from his actions. To me, Valentine's Day isn't about those couples and their lovers, but about Saint Valentine and his love for them. He sacrificed his own life for them. All those other guys at church, they're out and they're doing stuff for other people. The girls that he tried to woo, they're helping them. And you know, I might just have helped you had you been helping someone else instead of trying to find a date for yourself. Bye. I have some photos to show.
Can I keep this? So, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I would assume you all have someone to go back to, whether a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever you have. And I assume you love them very much. However, it's not really about them, now, is it? It's more about the sacrifices that you make for them on that level. It's more like the sacrifices you make, rather than anyone else.
The big one. We got one. No.
Where are you going?
He's fine. I was already thinking that.
Are you trying to buy a date with me with chocolate?
Oh, no. I just thought you were going to lace
I find this really repulsive and disgusting.
I'm a bear.
It's been past 10 seconds. Why are you crying?
When I die, bury me with the petunias.
Did you just die?
But it was sweet of you to think of me.
I agree. That wasn't all the questions, was it?
That wasn't the only.
Chocolate covered cherry. Chocolate.
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 Girl friends, not girlfriends, but friends who are girls.
Her eyes. Beautiful. No. So,
Yes, everyone in our family is poor. It's catching.
Do you want some water?
Maybe no, it affects my liver. Maybe we can.
I love you too.
See ya, axe! No, you can take a cut of me drinking. Take a quick drink.
Oh, no.
Remembering my lines.
Oh, okay.
So, Valentine's Day.
Why are you spinning?
Because I can. Whenever you're ready.
No.
Everyone quiet.
You know you're my grandma.
Oh, that's Dusty.
Don't hit the pulpit.
My question first, what would you like for Christmas? A small portion of Texas. What would you like? A large portion of Texas. Sit down.
What do you think about Valentine's Day? What are your best experiences with Valentine's Day?
I'm Alex Montour, and this is my wife, Mary Montour, and we've been married for 1 year and 7 months.
Valentine's Day is definitely a commercialized holiday, but at the root of it, it's a time to celebrate love.
I agree with what she just said. Chocolate, flowers, romantic music.
What? None of those, which
One-
we have
one-
ever.
One of those is made up. I've given you flowers,
That is true.
and I have definitely given you chocolate. So both of those are not made up.
No, they're not. As far as specific Valentine's Day experiences, we typically keep it pretty low key and just have a dinner in. But one experience that I would like to share that was very touching, although it was prior to when we were married, was a group of our friends decided to host a big Valentine's Day dinner for all of their girl friends. And it was just a really nice celebration of friendship. And it was a really lovely dinner of spaghetti and
Spaghetti.
All right. Valentine's Day has a lot of meaning for us. We were engaged on Valentine's Day. And we have a yearly tradition where we make a special meal, the same meal every single year to celebrate, which happens to be a family meal from his family, sort of, the main dish.
Poor man's lobster.
I think it's a kind of a nice way to remember your loved one. I think it's a very personal holiday where rather than focusing on like a whole group of people, you focus on one person.
I love it. I want a gift. Thank you.
Valentine's Day is actually pretty special for us because it's the anniversary of our first official date. So it's kind of the start of everything. We had been texting and chatting on the phone before that, but our first official date was Valentine's 2014.
Yep.
So I'd say that's a pretty good experience.
Yeah. I love his yes. Just him. He's just so
amazing.
Beautiful.
I love his ears.
And I love his sense of fashion. He likes to wear stripes with plaid.
I love his kneecaps.
What about his teeth?
I think a lot of people think that it's over commercialized. Maybe it is, but I do think it's a good day to celebrate love and that kind of stuff. I mean, if you don't, it's kind of sad because some people are like, yeah, it's too commercialized, so I'm not going to give my love anything on Valentine's Day, and that's just sad.
I think there was a good thought behind it, but honestly, all the pink hearts and dumb, cheesy cards are kind of
those kind of people.
I think chocolate is all Valentine's Day is. It's chocolate. And I like that. I like that. Yeah, it's chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Valentine's Day? I think it is wonderful and it can show someone that you really appreciate and love them. What do you think of Valentine's Day? I'm not entirely certain. That's a good answer!
Define love.
That is very interesting question for me because actually this is one of my issues, if you have to, character defects or whatever. But anyway, I have challenges in that area. So I had about 40-something years long of doing love or experiencing love in the wrong way. And so I would define love as selfless, humble commitment. But
I'd also put, that it's a team.
Right.
We make up a team.
Yep.
And knowing that no matter what, Cindy's got my back and I got hers.
Mm-hmm.
Even if one of us goofs up and we work through it.
Right.
So.
And I think selflessness can be unhealthy too, and I think I've done that the wrong way too. It's called codependency. So it's kind of interesting for me to be in a healthy relationship for the first time in my life. So, and defining love in a healthy way. So that's kind of cool.
I would define love as self-sacrificing, honesty, and teamwork.
For me, love's really kind of special. It's definitely a feeling, and it's a really unique experience when you find somebody who you just feel an openness with and a genuine enjoyment around, and it reaches past just friendship. And so that's kind of the realm where I think love is, and it just allows you to really be open and honest and vulnerable with someone in a really special way.
Love. Putting someone else's best interest ahead of your own.
I would add to that it's a choice, that you choose love. It's not something you fall in and out of.
It is putting the other person's welfare first, even ahead of your own.
I tend to agree with what she says. It is putting yourself after your loved one. It's being willing to make whatever sacrifice it takes to try to make that person happy.
It's just like a feeling that you get when you like see something you really want.
Yeah, like
that's love, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But then sometimes you don't want it anymore.
Oh. Yeah, you know, my marriage has really been on the rocks lately.
She just likes to say that.
No, I don't. It's true.
She does. She's jealous because my marriage is perfect.
Her marriage is perfect. I'm sure it is.
And my kids are so well behaved. You don't even
My
know they're
kids
there.
are little devils. All they do, they ruined my whole house recently. I had it all nice and clean, and they ripped the couch in half.
Find love. Love is a very fine thing that you feel when you like someone very, very much. And are usually attracted to them. Define love. Love is a choice and a decision. Put someone else's needs ahead of your own and treat them right. That is a good answer. What is your favorite Valentine's treat? Fresh meat, cooked well, and fur. What's yours?
Well, I actually like chocolate a lot.
And the souls of my enemies!
What's your favorite Valentine's Day treat?
Chocolate. Definitely chocolate.
Poor man's lobster.
Lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
Definitely.
Little Debbie cakes. Mary loves Little Debbie cakes.
Yeah, they're like
Little
shaped like a
Valentine's Day hearts. I like chocolate. Assorted chocolates. A large container of them. So I can have them for more than just Valentine's Day, hopefully.
Chocolate covered cherries.
Oh. Any kind of chocolate is good. I like chocolate.
Oh,
You like the little
treats.
Smarties hearts.
I do. I really do like the Smarties hearts. I got those when I was a kid from my parents every Valentine's Day, so I really, really like them with the little messages on them. I like the sweet ones, but I also like the Smartie. What are those called?
The sort of sweet tarts.
Yeah.
Sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts kind. Yeah, I like those kind too. So, yeah, I like those. And chocolate, anything chocolate, right?
But especially, like, you can't have the stuff that you get from this, like, dollar store or something like that. You want, like, Lindt chocolate, yeah, the good kind that's really good, and that you're like, okay, I don't want to eat the whole box, but you end up eating it anyway. What's your advice on love?
Always start with the benefit of a doubt, because sooner or later you're going to get really ticked. The more you care about a person, the more upset you are when something bad happens. So always have the benefit of a doubt. First, take a deep breath. Find out if they really said or did what you heard they said or did, or what you thought you caught them doing. You know, give them the benefit of a doubt. Give them some room to explain to you exactly where they're coming from.
Love is an act of your will. It's not necessarily a feeling. You can decide that you're going to love somebody no matter what, and determine that that's what you're going to do. Sometimes we let our emotions get the best of us, not really looking deeper into the the person's life and stuff. But I think love is more than just an emotion. It's something that you have to desire to do.
Well, I would say just really be yourself, because if you entice somebody to fall in love with you with a false persona, they're going to realize that that's not who you really are and quickly fall out of love with you, and that will be bad. So just be genuine and be honest and try to be yourself. And if yourself is really obnoxious, just change those things a little bit.
I agree with what Alex said. I think you said it really nicely.
You want to go first?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Give me the cue this time? No.
We got some advice when we did premarital counseling that stuck with me, and I try to apply it quite often, or as much as I can think of it. every job around the house is not someone's job, it's everybody's job. And so you need to kind of step up and do things and not just expect the other person to do them.
And I would say that love is about giving of yourself. And when both spouses are giving toward each other, then everybody's needs are met. But thinking about what you can do to show love to someone else.
For me, I think I think you need to trust God to find the right person for you, and you need to wait and be patient, because He knows who that perfect person is for you. And my picker was so broken before, but until I trusted Him, and you really can trust Him in finding your person if you're patient enough. So
I think, it's kind of cliched, been said a million times, but, the saying of walk as fast as you can or run as fast as you can towards God and then see who's next to you. That's 100% how it was. Because we were best friends for 4 years before, and the idea of being in a romantic relationship kind of blindsided both of us. And, it was really, we were both growing closer to God. And then when it was time, He said, okay, you can look at each other now and see each other as partners. So.
Yeah. And then it scared us.
Oh, yeah.
But we got through that too.
What's your advice on love? Well, if you love someone, be honest with them and be yourself. Not being yourself makes you a peasant and a coward. What is your advice on love? To love them.
That's good advice.
What is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? And what does that mean to you?
1 year, 7 months. I'm an expert on this by now. So, the secret to a long-lasting relationship is when you know your wife's coming upstairs to go to bed, turn on the heated blanket. Okay? So many secrets are hidden within that one moment. One, you are being very thoughtful and thinking about your spouse. And so that's the secret. That's one of the secrets. You also care about them and their comfort. And so that's more an outpouring of your heart to go and prepare their comfort and relaxation and ease. And so these things combined, anytime that you can self-sacrifice, although the sacrifice was very small, I just walked over and clicked a button, but the thought really went a long way. And so genuine care and love and forward thinking goes a long way.
I guess next question.
Pass.
Lots of forgiveness. I know I need to be forgiven a lot. And also not expecting your spouse to fill in for God. You need to get the relationship with God, getting what you need in that relationship from God, and not expecting your spouse to be meeting all your needs the way only God can.
I think there has to be some flexibility in a relationship. And I think what it means to me is that sometimes I have an expectation, and if that expectation isn't met, I may have to step back and say, what's this look like from the other person's perspective? Because sometimes my expectation isn't right, and sometimes I gotta stop and think about it a little bit more.
I think the secret to a long-lasting relationship is always, there's several things. One thing, being willing to forgive, not holding something against somebody, trying to put their interests ahead of yours. I can't imagine what life would be like without Anne. You know, it would be very difficult. So I think that one of the secrets is having the attitude of a servant, being willing to serve your spouse or your significant other or what.
And the other thing is sometimes when life gets tedious, the same thing keeps happening over and over again, remind yourself that that isn't the way it'll always be, because things will change. And so sometimes when if you're finding the relationship boring, or you're hating the kids, or whatever, fill in the blank, say to yourself, this is going to change. What will I miss about this time? And start reappreciating that, you know, today this may seem a little boring, or you may wish for more excitement, but what if this happened? You know, today Charlie's walking, what if he wasn't walking? Be really grateful, you know, take an inventory and think about the things that make you really grateful about where you are right now, even if you're not totally wildly happy, you know, or even if you're unhappy. Say, okay, what if you got your wish and he left? You know, that would be a whole different situation. So I think sometimes to really appreciate what you have, what's positive that's going on, that helps you to get through, because you say, it will change, you know. You might not want the change that you get, so be appreciative of what you got now.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. That's awesome, ice cream. Wow. I don't know if I can beat ice cream. We'll go with that, ice cream.
My husband, I haven't seen him in 15 years. He left me that long ago.
15 years?
Yes.
Wow. I wish my husband had left me for 15 years.
Stereotype.
I don't really know. I've never had a lasting relationship.
Just ignore the problems and just let them do everything. You know, kind of just be relaxed and let everything happen, and just, you don't need to like talk about things, just kind of let them go, and that's good. I think that's yeah.
I think you need to bring your spouse chocolate and flowers every day.
Every day. The last time that my husband brought me flowers and chocolate, I don't remember the last time.
What is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? To love and care for that person no matter what. What's yours, advice about one of our...
Something! I have absolutely no idea what you have asked me. I assume it was a repeat of my question, to which I also agree with you. Good.
If you could write God a Valentine, what would it say?
Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
God, you are great. Like Elmer's glue.
You do. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am glad that you love me, and I'm trying to love you too.
Wow.
If you could write God a Valentine, what would you write?
I think it would be really hard to write something, but I think it would just have praise in it, and I'm not very artistic, but for some reason I kept thinking to myself that I would draw him something. I don't know.
I would want a really awesome Bible joke. Like it would be something just really cheesy.
Make sure it's a dad joke.
It would probably be in line with the dad joke. You know, it's like you get those Valentines and it's like, you know, it's like a picture of a crushed candy, and then it's like, I'm crushing on you or something. It's just something so cheesy, but something, you know, that I can send to God to be like, God, you're really special in my life. And I just want you to know with this cheesy joke. Signed, Alex.
I love you and thank you for all you've done for me.
Yeah, it would have to be more of a thank you card. Dear God, thank you for this and for this and for this. But I think sometimes when I look at the stars at night, you can almost hear them, you know, and you're like, it'll be different when we meet him face to face. I was kind of floored. 1 Corinthians 13, not only does it say a lot of nice things about love, but when you get to the last one, it says, right now we see God through a glass darkly, but then face to face, like he knows us. And I was going, no, you can't know God like he knows us. But I'm going, yeah, you could, because it says so right there in the love chapter. And I was like, I don't know. I'd probably been a Christian 30 years before I ever noticed that, and nobody ever talks about it. Yes, one day you'll know God just like he knows you. That's not even possible. But you don't call God a liar. So it must be true. But that was, I think, the most stunning thing is when you get to know God like he knows you. That I'm looking forward to getting to know you. I think that would be my Valentine's Day card.
That's a good one.
Thank you for what you have given, and just thank you for what you've given. There's really no other thing to say.
I'm going with Smarties and just saying, be my Valentine.
Thank you for making chocolate.
I would probably thank him for sacrificing his life to me and showing him all, showing me his love.
There would be some praise in it, and I would ask, I would ask him some questions, I'm sure.
If you could write God a Valentine, what would it say? It would probably be a very goofy Bible joke or something. Like that one guy said in his interview that we interviewed. What about you? I would try to thank him and try to express my love, which would be rather difficult.
What do you love the most about your spouse?
What do I love the most about my spouse? The most adoring thing that I love about Dust is his love of God and his commitment to Jesus and his faith. And he's gentle and he's responsible, and he's been my best friend for 7 years. But that's what I love about Dusty.
For me, it has to be her advice. That no, you can't.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So, when I'm going through part of my life that I might have questions or whatever, I know that I can always go home and talk it through with Cindy, and we'll come up with a solution. Sometimes she has to remind me that I'm not in it alone, that we're both in it together, and that we'll work as a team on stuff. But it's one of the things that I like.
That's nice. I would never have guessed that. I would have got that wrong if this was a newlywed game.
So I very much love how intelligent and caring that my wife is, and she just happens to also be very beautiful. So it's a bliss.
What I love most about Alex is how humorous he is and how comfortable he makes people feel. And I know this is really cliche, but he's so nice, and he has a great beard.
That is a good quality.
It's not a gray beard. It's a red beard.
I said great.
I know.
He is civil. I hate to say this because it makes it sound so unromantic. They say, oh, they're so beautiful, they're so tall, they're so dark, their eyes are glowing. My thing is, so often you see relationships where they're wild about each other for a couple years, and then after 3 or 4 they start treating each other like dirt. We've been married 30-some years, and Charlie is civil. It's please and thank you. He opens the door for me. He doesn't run into me very often with a shopping cart, but sometimes he's distracted.
She's one hot mama. She still takes my breath away.
See, now that's what you want for her.
What do you love most about your spouse? I don't have one. What are you? I also do not have a spouse. Where I go, my spouse is war and conquest.
I like that he's a great dad, and that he is there for us as a family.
So what I really love about my spouse is that she is my best friend. And she was a friend before she was my girlfriend. And it's pretty hard to find a good friend, and she's it. I also really like that, she doesn't wear makeup. I mean, that's kind of cool. But what's really cool is that she also doesn't wear makeup on the inside. So I know she is who God made her to be, and she's not trying to cover it up with something else. She's comfortable with the way God made her, and I really respect that.
It took some time to put together, Joey. Thank you. And for all who are involved. We'll be looking at scriptural passages that tie into relationships. Again, the theme will be the spiritual discipline of a godly romantic relationship, because what we're watching in the media is not biblical, and often it's based upon what is convenient rather than what is right. So I'd ask you to keep it in prayer as we go ahead. And if you have some friends, married or not, who are looking to start a relationship or in one and it's not going well, invite them to come. Again, we're looking, the best advice on love is the one who is all love, but also who is all truth. And I would just invite us all to do that in the weeks to come. All right? I'm not going to add to that today. I appreciate the insights. Notice how simple some of the answers were, though, too. As I came this morning, there were at least 6 people that said, where's your truck? I said, I'll drive my wife's Volvo today. Why? It needed gas. And she hates pumping gas, and particularly on a cold morning. There's an example of small things that mean a lot. So guys, if your wife's car needs gas, go pump it this afternoon. Let's stand and close in prayer. We'll do the offering in a second, I guess, but let's just thank the Lord for the work. Lord, my commitment is to our church to be using their talents for you. I thank you for the time that went into this. It was not done overnight. And Joey worked into the wee hours last night to finish this, for the humor therein, but also the truth behind it of couples who have shared their thoughts. How often what was mentioned was one's relationship to you. We pray that in the weeks to come, as we examine your word, we apply to what we read, what we find in a very practical way. And may it benefit not only our relationships, but those who watch as well. We pray this in your name. Amen. Please be seated. And Leroy?